if I could just get your attention, we're just going to run through a few practical things before we get started with the evening. So we don't have any planned fire drills tonight. So if the alarm does go off, please leave the building using your nearest fire exit, either at the side of the stage or the back door where you would have entered the basement. LSU Media will be taking pictures and videos tonight and offering interviews after the results. Very much optional. Please just, if they approach you, let them know whether you would or wouldn't like to participate. And now we can get cracking with the results night of the Student Leadership Elections 2026. So, good evening everyone. My name is Mia Jackson and I'm this year's Loughborough Student Union President. Tonight I'm joined by most of my executive officer team of Harry, Becca and Frankie. Lucy is here tonight, but she's rerunning as a candidate. We've really missed our right-hand woman and our iced latte buddy while she's been out campaigning with all of the rest of you guys. So just to reflect on a bit of what this year's EO team have done. So this year's executive officer team have had an absolutely phenomenal year and we really hit the ground running from July. We quite frankly have achieved so much. We've drastically improved the visibility of our team, seeing a 7,000% increase in views on our exec Instagram account in the first 90 days of use. We delivered exec on the road, receiving 500 different pieces of feedback. We've seen record numbers of AU members, society members and academic experience volunteers. We delivered Festive for the first time. We launched an Empower Her and the LSU 50th Year Mural competition. We also launched a highly successful academic accessibility survey, and we've seen record numbers attending our welfare and diversity events. So this evening brings to a close the 2026 Student Leadership Elections, which is a really important event in the LSU annual calendar. So throughout the evening, we're going to highlight some of the key moments and achievements from the past 10 days of campaigning and voting. And of course, we're going to ultimately announce your 2026-2027 LSU Executive Officer team. So I would just like to, before we really get cracking and have some food, please could I ask all 19 of this year's candidates to make their way onto the stage for a group photograph. Thank you. So 2.5 days of voting close today at 3 o'clock, and before the evening is out, we are going to see who the Loughborough students have voted in to deliver their student experience for the next academic year. Just so you all know, the evening will have concluded by 8 o'clock sharp. So it's now time for some food. Your pizza is going to be brought to your table, and we know of all your dietary requirements. So you're very welcome to stay where you are, but if you didn't have a chance to grab a drink, please do that, and I imagine in about 20 to 30 minutes we'll come back and announce the winners. But with that, enjoy your dinner and see you in about 20-30 minutes. Thank you. I could ask you to take your seats, and we're going to get cracking with the portion of the night you're really all here for, and hope you enjoyed your pizza. So to kick off, we're going to start with some stats about the elections for the next year of executive officers. So we have 5 executive officer roles to elect. We had 19 candidates with a staggering 8 for sport. We saw a 58% increase in the number of candidates we had from last year. So exec are very glad to see that people want to continue our great work. We had 6,031 was the total number of people who voted, and the total number of votes cast across all of the roles was 20,870. So we've got some absolutely amazing stats there, and if you were in the building between 2:30 and 3 o'clock today, you probably saw quite a few of us dancing around the place, making sure everyone in sight had voted to make sure we got over that 6,000 voter mark, which we did just about. So before we get on to who's won, I just want to, on behalf of this year's Executive Officer team, pass on a massive thank you to everyone involved in the elections, whether you were a staff member, a candidate, part of a campaign team, or a voter. A big shout out to ASAP for providing our candidate t-shirts this year. Our candidates have really looked most fashionable all week. So to make the elections happen each year, our LSU staff really come together to pull off the elections with a lot of energy and enthusiasm, and limiting to make as few hiccups as possible. So I have just a few, maybe quite a few thank yous, just to thank a few people. So a big thank you to the wonderful Gabby, our exec mentor, who did so much work in preparing for these elections, who is watching from home and cheering us on with her new family. Colleagues at the university who support us in running a fair and free election, particularly Richard Taylor and Claire Fletcher. The whole LSU marketing and communications team for ensuring our elections are well advertised, we get as many informed votes as possible, and we engage as much of our student body as possible as well. Max Adams for supporting with our election sponsorships and incentives. LSU Media for supporting with election coverage as always, as well as live streaming this evening and providing on-the-night content for our students. Our fantastic staff members, led by Nikki and Ingrid, who have coordinated so much activity behind the scenes and covered voting information stations over the past 3 days across both the Midlands and London campus. Kit for supporting our candidates and their welfare. Liz and DG for finding the extra funds when we realised we'd need a much bigger election budget than we have done in previous years. The entire LSU social enterprise team for facilitating this evening, and our candidates campaigning at our club nights. A special shout out to our event extraordinaire planner, Pia. And to Simon and his catering team for providing us with candidate breakfast, hundreds, if not thousands of cookies and dinner this evening. Our student-led elections committee, who have supported Queen Sue fantastically throughout the last fortnight. Liam Davis, our independent returning officer, for volunteering his time this year and year after year to ensure our election is again free and fair. And a big thanks to Azra, Emma and Daisy for the extra admin support as well, to include more committee positions that are unique to our individual student groups. And of course to Sue for her hard work and her firm but fair approach to ensure that the elections run smoothly and in line with our rules and bylaws, not just for the EO elections, but for our committee elections too. So if I could ask the current exec to join me on stage, we just have a small token of thanks on behalf of the candidates to give to Sue, Nikki, Kit and Ingrid. A big thank you for helping them make the most of their campaign. So if I could ask you to join me in giving them everyone a massive round of applause. Thank you, everyone. Just before we move on to the results, I would like to congratulate all 19 candidates for their hard work over the last few weeks. Campaigning to be an EO is no easy feat, and you've all done a fantastic job. It has been a pleasure to observe the elections this year. Frankie, Becca, Harry and I have thoroughly enjoyed seeing the creativity of each campaign and have really enjoyed getting to know the people who will replace us next year. Please, if you could join me in giving the candidates a massive round of applause. And finally, we will now move on to the part of the evening that you have all been waiting for, the results. That was at the special request of Queen Sue, so it was. So, we'll be reading out the roles in this order. The roles are Student Communities Executive Officer, Academic Experience Executive Officer, Equity, Diversity and Inclusion Executive Officer, Sports Executive Officer, and last but not least, President of Loughborough Students' Union. Without further ado, let's kickstart the results portion of the night with Student Communities EO. This year's exec officers will read out the candidates for each role, and then we will announce the winner. LSU Media will bring a mic to each winner at their seat, who will be welcome to say a few words if you wish to do so. At this moment in time, Sue Lucas is the only person in this room tonight who knows who has won, so the positioning of the LSU Media team as we announce each winner has no correlation to who may have won. Your candidates for the role of Student Communities Executive Officer were Lucy Palmer, and Ron. Your Student Communities Executive Officer for the year 2026-2027 is Lucy Palmer.
Congratulations, Lucy. How are you feeling tonight?
Yeah, great. I mean, I had some tough competition, so.
What are your plans after tonight's award ceremony?
I'm not sure if I confess this because Mia is still on the stage, but probably going to Hey You along with the rest of the candidates.
Amazing. Do you have any final words that you'd like to say to everyone before we give back to the stage?
Good luck to everyone and well done for all your hard work.
Big congratulations, Lucy, and Becca will now announce your next Academic Experience Executive Officer. Over to you, Becca.
Okay, so your candidates for Academic Experience Executive Officer were Emily Hall, Zara Horschliff, and Jonathan Watkinson. Oh, and Ron. And your Academic Experience Officer for 26-27 is Emily Hall.
Okay, to say a few words. Congratulations, Emily. Talk us through how you're feeling right now.
I actually don't even know. Can't lie. A little bit drunk.
Fair enough. What are your plans after tonight's award ceremony?
To get more drunk and also go to Hey You.
Amazing, sounds good. Right, we'll pass over to the back to the stage now.
Congratulations, Emily. Harry will now announce your next EDI EO.
Hello. So, your Equity, Diversity and Inclusion Executive Officer candidates were Andrew Dallas, Hannah Eek, Jessica Kemp, Tanishka Nahar, Rana Oz, and Ron. So, your EDI Executive Officer is Rana Oz.
Right, so I think you're a bit shocked right now. Talk us through what's going through your head, Rana.
Oh my God. I'm so happy.
Congratulations with everything. Honestly, you've done an amazing job. What are your plans tonight to celebrate?
I'm gonna go to Hey You. I can't believe this happened.
Congratulations once again, and we'll pass back to you guys on the stage.
So Frankie is now going to announce the most contested role, which is the Sport Executive Officer.
As Mia mentioned earlier, I just want to say a huge congratulations to all the Sportio candidates, because it's hard enough campaigning on your own, let alone against 8 people if we include Ron. So you've honestly all smashed it. And I just want to say, whoever does get it needs to have the same dedication as me. I've been at Bucks conference finals all day and I've still got the face paint on, so I'm expecting big things. But, okay, so the Sportio candidates were Erin Barnett, Joe Chinnock, Kieran Iku, Dovidas Casellis, Cam Layton, Annabelle Lloyd, Lolly Roberts-Briggs, Hamish Ryan, and finally, Ron. So I do think this one deserves a drum roll, please, while I get this out. Oh my God, how do I do this? Oh, sorry, bear with. And the Sportio for 26-27 is Annabelle Lloyd.
A huge congratulations to you, Annabelle. Talk us through how you're feeling right now.
Shocked. Yeah, really shocked.
How's campaigning been overall?
Tiring. I've been ill for the last week, so I'm really excited to sleep tonight.
Well, all your hard work definitely did pay off. Back to you guys on the stage.
Okay, and last but not least, Mia will now announce LSU president.
So, your Loughborough Student Union President candidates were Sade Bello, Kieran Oliver, and Ron. And your 2026-2027 Loughborough Student Union President is Kieran Oliver.
Huge congratulations to you, Kieran. Talk us through how you're feeling.
I'm in disbelief. It's been such a fantastic week speaking to everybody, and a real privilege to be sat here with so many incredible people tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Kieran. And with that, I will pass back to the stage for the final time.
Thank you, Mehtaab. So, a huge well done to all of our winners and to those who weren't successful. I hope you can look back on your experience fondly and be proud of what you have achieved over the past few weeks and months. We'll now take about 5 minutes to have a bit of a breather, grab another drink if you wish to do so, and then when we will come back, we will round up the evening. Thank you very much. time this evening, and we'll round up the evening. So please, if I could ask you to pop back into your seats for me. So I promise, last few words from me, and just to round up the evening. So a massive thank you to our voters and candidates, and an even bigger well done to all of our candidates and our winners. You're all incredible. It was fantastic to see all 19 of you across campus over the past 10 days. What you all did is something to be truly proud of. So now is the time to take a very well-deserved break. A big well done also to all of the campaign teams who provided such consistent campaign presence across both campuses over the past 10 days. So we're going to call up the winner of each role one by one for a group photo. So we will start with Student Communities Executive Officer for 26-27. So that is Lucy Palmer. Your 2026-2027 Academic Experience Executive Officer, Emily Hall. And now, your 26-27 Equity, Diversity and Inclusion Executive Officer, Rana Oz. Your 2026-2027 Sport Executive Officer, Annabelle Lloyd. And last but not least, your Loughborough Student Union President for 26-27 is Kieran Oliver. They're having some conversations about they weren't quite in the right sequence order for the colour of their outfits, but hey ho. So a massive well done and thank you everyone so much. If you're going to Hey You, have a great night. I won't be seeing you there, but I'm sure you'll see some fellow candidates and fellow winners. So thank you very much and good night.